Happy Pride Month, everyone. As promised, here are some of my favorite books to recommend, especially during Pride Month. Now, I have so many great book recommendations for books that have like queer characters, but this video can only be so long. So I narrowed it down to my top three books that I love with my very bones. First up, I have Him by Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy. This is an MM hockey romance, and it's a friends to lovers. And I love this book so much because it starts off with, a gay hockey player. He's very much out of the closet. He is loving his life, okay? But he always has had this torch for one of his closest friends, and his name is Jamie, I believe. And Jamie is straight. He's straight. So it's that type of story. He has a torch for someone of his same sex, and he's never been able to get over it. But lo and behold, Jamie kind of feels the same way. So this has a bisexual awakening, and I love it. I love it. The friendship that blooms between them and their burgeoning romance that kind of blossoms within the story is done so well.
I wouldn't change a thing.
I love this book, and like I said, this is the first in a duology. I think I said that. This is the first in a duology, and the second book is called Us, and I love that one as well. But this one is by far my favorite. Next up, I have Saint by Sierra Simone, and let's be honest, I love everything Sierra Simone puts out, but this book has stayed with me for years since I've read it. I love this book. And this book deals with a lot of darker topics like mental health, and depression and suicidal thoughts. So just know that going into this book. But this book is about a man who has been in love, with one of his brother's best friends, and they were in love. But he never felt truly happy, like emotionally, to his depth. There was always something like missing within him. And so he breaks it off and he ends up training to become a monk. He thought religion was the best way to get him out of his bad thoughts. Something about like the um, monotony of it all, doing the same thing day in, day out, really helped him focus. So he goes in to become a monk, and the ex, he comes back into his life, and he's fighting. He's fighting with all his heart to be able to let go of this man, but it's quite harder than he thought it would be. So this is a second chance romance, and I love it. I think Sierra did such a good job in portraying what depression feels like and those kinds of ups and downs. And it happiness is so subjective, because you could be at the top of your game, you're making so much money, everything around you seems to be going your way, but that doesn't really matter when it comes to depression. Like there's no external things that could make you 100% happy. And so she really plays into that, and it's just written so well. And I love, love, love this book. I don't think I could recommend this one enough. Next up, I have Bonded by Thorns by Elizabeth Helen, and this one's way different than the first two I just recommended, because this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, that is a reverse harem. So there is a female in this one, love interest, anyways. But within this harem, which has five men in this harem, four of them are within their own coupling. So we have two very much sunshiny characters, that are coupled up, and then we have two very dark characters. So very different sides of the spectrum here. There is a shadow daddy, if you like that, grumpy with the shadow daddy, and the vulnerability that you see by both characters with how much they yearn. Oh, so much yearning for these two mans. I love them. And then the beauty of the other couple that are very sunshiny, they have their own insecurities, but oh, I couldn't get over it because they're just so adorably cute, and it's just wrap me up in a warm hug, honestly. But anyways, I love this book because there are just so many ins and outs of all of these characters. It's not just an individual book that you can just put down. All of the characters have so much personality, and there's just so much that goes into it. Granted, this is the start of an incomplete series. So keep that in mind because the books that are out, there's just 1 through 4 right now. Fifth, sixth, and seventh book comes out next year. So at least you don't have to wait too long. But yeah, just knowing it going in, this is incomplete. I have to let you know because that makes me upset every time that I start a series and I don't know that it's incomplete going in. So fair warning, but it is addicting. So I thought I would do, kind of like a rapid fire of book recommendations since I only gave you 3. So if you still love hockey romances, I'd say another good recommendation would be Pucking Around by Emily Rath because there is some MM within that and a bisexual awakening. If you like Omegaverse, where there's like alphas and betas and omegas, and they're not like werewolves, there's like, it's just humans that go by that, but there's nodding. If you know, you know. Then I'd also suggest another Emily Rath book, and it is called Whiskey and Sin. That one's really good as well. If you are feeling like werewolves, then I would suggest TJ Klune's Green Creek series, and that whole series is LGBTQIA plus friendly. The first book is an MM. The second book is another MM. I believe there is a asexual character in this series. I believe it's the third book. There is a bisexual awakening in the fourth book. But yeah, they're all pretty good. The second one is my favorite though. And if you like anything that has like a darker take to it and another bisexual awakening, I'd say God of Fury by Rena Kent is pretty good. Granted, that one is within a series, but they're all standalone. So you can read that one by itself if that's what you're feeling. But if you want to go in with the full series is pretty good. If you like reverse harem books, I have some recommendations for you as well. If you like an academy book, The Featherstone Academy by Casey Keene, it's done beautifully. There is an MM relationship within the harem, and there is an additional bisexual awakening as well. If you like, I don't know, a little bit of politics in your reverse harem, there is a book series. The first one is called American Queen, and it's by Sierra Simone, and the one of the MMCs is the president of the United States, and the other MMC is the vice president of the United States. And oh, it's a relationship all within each other. So all of them are dating each other. So it's spicy. But be warned, I bawled my eyes out in that one. If you like rock bands, the Lilac book, it's a standalone by BB Reed. It's delicious. There's not a lot of MM action in that book, but it is there. So very little though. So keep that in mind. If you want a lot more spice for like a rock band type of reverse harem book, then the Rock Hard Beautiful series by CM Stunnick. That one's super spicy. There is MM within the group and a bisexual awakening, and it is steamy.
Yes, it's hot.
Last but certainly not least, if you just like straight up fantasy, lots of magic, I would suggest Brett Andrews' Emerald Lakes series. It's so well written, the story is so good, and there is some MM within that harem as well. That's it, guys. Those are my recommendations. I do have more, but I didn't want to overwhelm you with Pride Month recommendations. So if you want more, I will give you more. Just let me know in the comments. But that's it, guys. I love you all. Have a great Pride Month. And yeah, until next time, read on, my bookish friends.